plants so they can feed the roots during the summer. Some people cut them down, but I don't think it's a good idea.
You don't think it's a good idea to cut them back because right now, and what month is it?
June.
June. These are actually feeding the roots. The roots. Right?
Yep.
So we're just going to tie them back.
I'll put that other stake over here.
You know, I seem to remember a neighbor lady when I was a kid, Mrs. Wheeler, and I think she had hers up like into the fall.
Oh yeah, I'll leave them all winter back home because they'd hold snow. Help give them moisture in spring.
So if you were to, like, some people are like right now, they're trying to purchase, or they don't know how to like start asparagus. They don't know how to start it, where to plant
You gotta
it.
buy roots. You can get them online, or from most garden centers will have them. And you want, I got several, I can't remember all the names of them, Martha Washington's, and I got that purple one is my favorite.
Oh,
Anyway.
those are nice.
It's too hot out here to remember anything.
The other variety. So there are different varieties that you
There's
can purchase.
3 that I've got in here. But the important part here is they don't like acidic soil. They want a neutral soil.
Okay, let's talk more about that type of stuff. That would really help people that are
This is considered a grass, so it grows so well here. My neighbors can't hardly grow them because they have acidic soil. When this was a pasture or a hayland, I think they dumped their lime in this corner because I've had to add a lot of acid to the blueberries. But grass grows, that's why I don't even really care to garden anymore. I can't keep the grass out. So, but the blueberries, I'm amending the soil and they're doing really well. But it's something I've got to do almost every year. But the asparagus, we just put the rabbit manure on for fertilizer, and they seem to like that. And so that's my story.
And we're sticking to it. And that is John Thiemann with Mountain Brook Farm in Collinsville, Alabama. Thank you. I was just asking John, can you purchase asparagus seed and actually start your own roots? And John's response was, John?
This is the asparagus seed. I got some female plants. These are female.
Oh, so there's male and female plants.
Right. Normally you try to get all male, then you don't have the seeds. These will fall in, and we've had them.
Okay, so what is, when they have the seeds, is that a male or female?
Female.
Oh, okay.
They will drop, and they do start in the ground by themselves. I found a few of them, but they take so long, and they're hard to keep out of the grass. Anyway, you buy roots. They're generally 2 and 3 years old, and I believe in the trench method. You dig a trench about 8 inches deep if you can, and then put your root in, spread the roots out, just cover them enough with soil.
Should the roots touch each other, or?
No, I can't remember exactly.
So,
they grow
so
together.
there's nothing with the roots. The roots have nothing to do with germination whatsoever at all.
No, but it's the success in growing them.
Yeah.
Then you cover the roots in the crown with the parts that's sticking up with soil, and then as it grows, you keep adding more soil until the trench is done. And then when I've got them level with the soil, then we put our fertilizer on, the rabbit manure, and they just come pushing through now.
But it's really more about the male and female plants.
Most are females when you buy them, or males, I mean, so you won't even have to be an issue.
So what
Somehow
does
they
that
get-
mean? Does that mean you'll have a first crop? Some people
No,
seem...
you gotta grow them at least 2 to 3 years. Some of these are 10, 12 years old already.
Yeah.
I thought I had a lot of them die out this winter because it was so wet. But
So the first year you plant them, what are
can't
your
harvest.
recommendations? Do not harvest.
no, let them go.
For how long?
1, 2 to 3 years. You can do a little in the second year, a little harvest.
Okay, little harvest. That you want to let most of them grow up like this, right?
Right.
Till you get a really good row, and leave them up like this for all season.
I do, and unless they turn brown, then you can cut them back. But ours tend to stay pretty green, and we've even had a fall crop here, which is unusual to me.
Because we're Collinsville, Alabama.
Right.
Northeast Alabama.
Okay.
That is so much nicer. Much easier to get in and out. Here's a piece of asparagus that came up over the rabbit cage. These are the boys. They're getting a new facelift. So on the whole rabbit hutch thing there. So what kind of area should you plant asparagus in? Should you plant it in a wet area or a hillside or a sunny area or?
Full sun.
Full sun.
And this is just a normal garden area. I suppose it's pretty well drained. It's a sandy loam, and they've done really well.
So they needed. So that's what you want for soil is sandy loam.
No, I grew them up north, and they were in a heavy soil. Minnesota, black, rich soil, and they did well, and it wasn't very well drained, and they did okay there.
Okay.
I'm trying the bucket growing this year. This came from gardening with Leon off of what is it? YouTube. These are tall 5-gallon, maybe 6-gallon buckets. Anyway, you put in a pencil-sized hole in the side 4 or 5 inches up, and then you pack it with bottles that are drilled in the bottom and at the top. I use some water bottles too.
You pack it with bottles?
Just the bottom, just like that.
Wow. Oh my gosh, for real.
That'll be water.
You fill those up with water?
They fill automatically.
Do they have holes in them?
Yeah.
Oh.
But they can find out more from YouTube and Leon.
Okay, so those potatoes are the ones that we just grew.
Yeah, it was my experiment. The one the hole had plugged on it, they kind of rotted out. The potatoes look all right, but I think the vines ended their here too soon. Anyway, they're sure good tasting.
They've been over here in the shade. They look good. Little tiny ones too. Yummies. Wow, that's really interesting, John. You do a lot of really cool stuff. Just shows what you do.
Thing.
So what are you going to do with that?
This is Parks Whopper Improve.
A really deep hole you putting it in.
It'll root all along those sides.
Oh, whoops. There we go. You put a deep hole in there.
It'll root all along that stalk.
Okay.
Okay, now these can go out.
What's going on here, John?
Trying the container garden with 5-gallon buckets. The potatoes did pretty good in them. Now we'll see how these things are going to do.
So this is a new area because you kind of had them over there in the shade. Now they're going to be in still part shade, but a little bit more sun, right? So those tomatoes have really shot up tall.
Yeah, they were kind of reaching for the sun.
Because they were in too much of a shady area.
Right, I kept them out there too long.
So this is just maintenance on getting our vegetables coordinated. Are those tomatoes that are over there in that square thing going to stay there?
Yeah.
Right there.
Have to get a rack on them.
Does that leak? Does that
That's
drain?
Drain. Oh. Same thing with this.
So why do you drill the hole higher so that it stays moist below?
Has a reservoir, yeah.
That's a reservoir.
Well, we'll see what happens. It's probably get burned up by the sun, but they had to get moved.
So it's basically 1 tomato plant per trellis.
Except for the tub, I put 2 in there because I didn't want to get another one set up.
All right.
So we'll know we got some nice tomatoes on already.
So what about this asparagus thing right here? Do you think that this didn't do well because they were cut back too soon, or?
It's hard to say. They might have died because of the moisture too, got drowned out. I don't know. It's still sending up new shoots.
Does it look like there's a even wait, let me see.
Gotta get this.
Those are new shoots. Does it feel like there's an even balance of male to female? But they already dropped their seeds. No.
You don't need a balance.
What do you need?
All male. You don't necessarily want the seeds.
You want all male.
I believe that's right. We got to make it fact check that.
All right.
I'm not used to